Attention all teams. Stand by for the start of Hydro X Prix. The grand final is about to commence. Energize your systems and prepare to race.
A lot of wheel spin and immediate, a hyperdrive for everyone. Great start on the inside for Elias Sands. Timmy Hansen coming out wide, going to make the cut back towards the inside line. Doesn't look like there's room for him to be able to sneak along though. RXR on the inside now. Taylor moves to the apex. She gets the whole shot. Hansen trying to get past RXR on the inside line, but Elias Sands is around the outside of Arlen Kotlinski. Arlen Kotlinski into Elias Sands. Timmy might be able to take advantage here. The RXR machine looks like it's grabbing up the road. Maybe a broken rear right on that from the contact. It is. So there's damage to the back of the RXR machine. Hansen needs to dispatch Arlen Kotlinski as quick as he can and try and get onto the back of Elias Sands, and he does so. So it's a disaster for the championship leaders. They have heavy damage at the start of the race. Timmy Hansen P3. We're going to get up with the drone and find out who's leading. It is Elias Sands in P2 and Molly Taylor leads for Veloce.
So RXR stranded and crabbing really heavily, but out in front, Molly Taylor in that black and red Veloce. Sainz trying to chase them down. Elias Sands in the car for them. This is going to be close, going over the jumps at 15, over the water jumps, and then they come round 16, and you can see Sainz just slowly pulling her in. It's Taylor versus Sands.
Yeah, Elias Sands really applying the pressure here. This is a lovely drive. Remember, they're handing over after 2 laps to McConnell, to Katie Munnings and to Kevin Hansen, of course, Timmy's brother, who's taken over from Molly. Looking at Veloce's results, I mean, they've been P3 at both events. They're actually the only teams who've been on the podium at both events, Jenny. So if they can maintain this, it'll be 3 podiums in a row, but they want to be on the top step this time. And
Hansen is fighting back as well. That third place car just nibbling that lead of Elias Sands and Molly Taylor. Molly Taylor, a past champion. Remember, she was champion in season 1. She knows what to do to bring a car in winning ways.
Timmy Hansen's got good exit speed here. He's underneath the rear of the Axiona Sainz machine, pulls out to the right-hand side. He may have to wait here and get across. He could dive to the inside. I think he wants better exit speed up the hill. He does look to the inside on the way in. Have to throttle on early, see if he can get through. This is where you wish you had your Renault hyperdrive left. He's closed down that gap because, of course, Sands was in that battle with Taylor. Then you start driving defensively and you lose time. Now look, Hansen and Sands are having a battle and Taylor is getting away. That's the difference driving on your own, mates.
Yeah, that's exactly what she would have wanted as well, for someone else to get into the mix so she can just get clear. Oh, contact as Andretti go up the back of Sainz, and you can see there's damage to that Axiona Sainz car. It's just bodywork, it peels away, but that contact, how much will that damage both of their chances to win this race? Because when they're fighting each other, they're not fighting at the front.
Yeah, they're losing time, aren't they? You actually saw Elias Sands got a bad bounce on the way into the corner. Timmy didn't get that, so he carried a bit more entry speed and into the back of the Axiona Sainz machine. At the moment, out front, Eon Veloce having a fantastic time. Clean screen, no damage, just a little bit of space from the cars behind. 1:31, Arlen Kotlinski is back. Looking at this, she's just coming down to the switch zone. Look at the end of the first lap.
Hansen trying to go around the outside, down the inside. He's trying to find any way he can through this.
Watch out for the RXR machine. It should be on track somewhere here, and he runs into the back of the Axiona Sainz machine again. The Andretti Tequila machine goes around. There was a downed flag there as well. The RXR machine was in the mix. You could see from the flags on the map they were coming up. So I wonder if that potentially caught Elias Sands out and she moved across. Timmy wouldn't have been able to see it from behind. So a little bit of carnage there. We'll have to see what happens. 55 and 5 incident noted. That's from earlier. So that's not the Hansen incident. And with a flag down too, Jenny, lots to go on here, definitely for the stewards. It's going to be a busy afternoon.
It really is. So let's replay all the collisions. So this is Andretti going up the back of Elias Sands. Oh, you can see that is quite a heavy shunt, actually. That's the earlier one. So that's car 5 and 50. No, that's not car 5 and 55.
No, that's from the start, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a replay. You can still hear in the background the switch going on.
Interestingly, that drop flag, Jenny, so car 5 and 55 under investigation for the drop flag, and that's what we were saying. So look, Molly doesn't really need the water here because the car was already clean and all you do is get wet. You can see her hesitating as to whether to chuck 18 litres of water over Kevin Hansen through an open door.
Why not?
Right, here comes, so she carried on round. Yeah, Arlen Kotlinski's carrying on round. You have to. We've seen that in Extremely that anything can happen. Do you remember at the end of last year, they crawled that car around and managed to get a half-decent result. Rear end hanging off. This is the second impact. Look, Hansen hard into the back. Who takes the flag down? Acciona Science, but as he's... And I wonder if you might discount that one, Jenny, because there's two cars hooked up. You can't really blame either. Yeah, really hard. We'll find out. Right, after the switch zone, they are so close. You've got the Veloce black and red car out front. That is who's in that car now? It's Kevin Hansen. So Kevin Hansen from Fraser McConnell. Katie Munnings, look, is in P3 for Andretti Altequila. That gap doesn't look very much at 30 kilometres an hour, but when they get out of the exit and go for it, you'll see the true concertina effect of what they were when they came in. It was 2.1, and then it was 4.4. Very close behind. Okay, now that's a good indicator of the gaps. And in Noah Hyperdrive, look at that. So Kevin Hansen's used it, Katie Munnings used it, Fraser McConnell, according to our graphics, has not. Yeah, and I think that's wise of McConnell. Go on the attack. He wants this win so badly. You can see the windscreen wipers on, bodywork flying off here, there and everywhere from all of the cars. Munnings, McConnell, Hansen. That is the order at the moment. So where will McConnell use that hyperdrive to try and close the gap down, or will he close the gap down physically, if you like, and then try and use the hyperdrive to get away? Right. Oh, there's a crash. Oh, no, this is RXR who pulled off to the side. Sorry, run over bodywork. So that wasn't a crash. Am I getting so excited, overexcited, some would say. But it is still Hansel, McConnell, Munnings taking the lead. 2 seconds is the difference between McConnell and Hansen. You can see that gap closing down all the time. This is a great race. It is indeed. Munnings 6.2 back. Here she comes. So for Katie, really, and Timmy, they need those two front teams to get stuck into each other. She needs Kevin Hansen and Fraser McConnell to properly go at it and lose a bit of time. And at the minute, Fraz is too far off the back. We were looking at the rear left of the Acciona site, trying to figure out, Jenny, if there was anything wrong. I think it's where the bodywork's missing. We're just seeing the camber change of the suspension in the corners, but it is hard to tell. When the bodywork's off, you do get a better look. Kevin Hansen, look, reaching across to the handbrake with the Veloce green grip around it. There you're on board with Fraser McConnell. The gap is now 1.9, so the Jamaican is on the chase for Acciona Science. Can he get close? 1.7. Yeah, and one more lap to go for these drivers out there. Kevin Hansen in the lead at the moment for Veloce, but Sainz and Sands has done a good job to hand over to McConnell. And McConnell, we know, wants this. We know they're going to chase down. And now the Anoa hyperdrive is used, going up the hill with as much pace as they possibly can. 4 seconds of super speed going into this section. That's closed the gap down to under 1.5. Brilliant place to use it. And now the timing screen shows 1.7. Coming up the screen, coming up the hill there, definitely the gap came down. Kevin Hansen must have done something really nice in these last few turns and got it hooked up. In terms of sectors at the minute, he's just gone quickest in Sector 1 and Sector 2. So really going very quickly indeed out front. Purple sector times for both those first two sections of track. They've been on fire this weekend anyway. They had the fastest time in the Continental's Traction Challenge coming into this round, and it looks like they're going to try and get it even more, cement that fact that actually we're here and we are the fastest team. Yeah, brilliant drive from them, but top qualifiers as well, Jenny. This could be a clean sweep of absolutely every result today. I love that. Yeah, amazing. That would be amazing. Kevin, look, his just lips are going. Full concentration. They are still at the top of the Continental Traction Challenge at 119.7, and that's over now because we're on that last lap. So it is Hansen coming down, Kevin Hansen in that Veloce car being chased down by Fraser McConnell in the Acciona Science team. They are coming to the final two corners. They're coming down that long, winding, pretty straight track and then into the finish. It is a win for Kevin Hansen and Molly Taylor in the Veloce team. And McConnell comes in second. Katie Munnings going to take P3 here for Andretti Altequila. They're on the podium.